Alright, troglodytes. So today we're going to take a quick look at the update they did to Wreckfest Mobile. That's the iOS version, because that's what I have. So recently they made a change to how the texture compression works to make some assets look better, to make the textures look less, blurry and less chunky and less low resolution. So yeah, that's what we're going to look at today. Let's jump into it. Alrighty then, so here we're looking at the iPhone X version, because that's the one I have archival footage for. So, the NPC looks so much better in the new version. Oh my gosh. He doesn't look all blocky, he doesn't look all pixelated, he looks like a human. This is incredible. The grass is mostly the same. The anisotropic filtering level hasn't increased. Again, everything, all these cuts they're doing are to try to claim back any last bit of memory bandwidth they possibly can to make the game run at a smooth frame rate on your device. So that's, just how it has to be. Alright, moving over here to this picture of the grass and the road. Again, it's the same picture. Again, because it just doesn't make sense to improve the resolution of assets you're not going to be looking at, especially when you're super memory bandwidth bound, like you are on a mobile platform. So there's no difference there. So here, if we zoom over to the shop really quick, you really notice that the lower resolution of running on the older device, it hides the deficiencies. Because again, this is probably closer to what most people are going to be looking at, and it looks totally fine before and after. Again, because the low resolution hides the deficiencies. So if we look over at this flyover view here, the post-update version looks a little bit brighter, and that's basically it. They're basically the same, as to be expected. Alrighty then, so here we have our classic three-way split, and as you can see, as we kind of toggle through these, the only real difference between the new version and the old version are the NPC rendering. Everything else looks basically the same as compared to the ground truth of the PC. So again, if we flick over here, looking at the difference in the grass and kind of the road texture here a little bit. And so we flick through these, again, they're basically the same. So yeah, basically the only thing that changed is the characters. The NPCs look slightly higher resolution, and that's about it. The only discernible thing that I could notice that they changed in the update was making the NPCs look better. And when you're actually playing the game, you're not going to be focusing on the NPCs, you're going to be focusing on driving the car, making it not crash. So again, for what it's worth, I think the game still looks great on mobile for what it is. It's amazing that they're able to cram this whole PC game down onto this little tiny, mobile handset. So again, the fact that it runs it all is fantastic, and the fact that they were able to make some minor tweaks to textures and to make certain things look marginally better is great. But, it's still a pretty good game, what can I say? It's impressive that it runs it all, even on these super low-end Android handsets. They were able to make the NPCs look a little bit better, and that's about it. Again, when you have these mobile handsets with, super limited amounts of memory bandwidth, you have to make as many cuts as you can, so reducing texture quality, reducing asset resolution, reducing geometric complexity in places where you're not going to notice it. It's just, basic optimization. So I don't really think they're going to be able to do a whole lot more with this. They were able to make some pretty significant upgrades to the NPC rendering. So that's good, I guess. But for everything else, it's pretty much the same as you would have expected. Okay, bye!